Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm doing a review on the Yammy Flux Mid boxing boots. So check it out. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here. Today I'm doing a review on the Yammy Flux Mid boxing boots. These retail for $149 on Yammy's website. I got mine in this beautiful white colorway. You can also get these in all black. I got mine in size 11. You can get these anywhere between size 4.5 all the way to size 14. And they do offer these shoes in half sizes. Now, Yammy is a company based out of Australia. And the first time I found out about these shoes was actually when I was browsing social media. I was on Instagram, I was browsing my feed, and these shoes came up. And what really grabbed my attention about the shoes was just how clean they looked, especially in this all white colorway, which is what I really wanted at the time. But when I went to the Yammy website, they were actually all sold out. So I actually had to wait a couple months before they came back in stock with the all white colorway. Also to note, at the time, they also had a white and black colorway, which when you go to the website now, I don't know if they just ran out or they discontinued that colorway, because the current two colorways you can choose from is the all white you see here, and then the all black, which is basically the same thing except all white just turned all black. So the other thing that I noticed with these shoes, it kind of reminded me of a cross between the Nike Macho Mize and the Nike Air Jordan 11. So you can see there's a little bit of inspiration from that look, from the aesthetics of the Jordan 11s and the Macho Mize when it comes to the aesthetics of this shoe. And that's a good thing. I think it looks amazing. I think just aesthetically, when you're looking at the shoe, it really just stands out. And it is a mid top, so in terms of the height of the shoe, it's not a low top, it's not a high top. To me, mids are the perfect size, or should I say the perfect height for a boxing shoe, because you still get a good amount of ankle support that you're looking for with the laces going higher up onto your ankle. But it doesn't give you, it's not the inconvenience factor of a high top where you have to lace it so high up and it just takes a longer time to put your shoes on every time you're gonna go to train. And then the lows, to me, I'm not a big fan of low top boxing shoes, just because to me, those are just like regular sneakers where it's cut really low and you don't get that ankle support that you're looking for. So to me, the mids are the way to go. So just aesthetically, it looks amazing with the all white. You have a little bit of contrast with the blue. And then another great thing about the shoe is going to be that pink icy outsole, that rubber outsole in pink. That looks really clean. And really, to be honest with you, there's no other shoe on the market that looks like this shoe. So, you know, in terms of the design, I think they did an amazing job of just making the shoe look kind of on its own. Like it just doesn't have another shoe out there that looks just like this, with the colorway and just that pink outsole looks really clean. So definitely a beautiful looking shoe. Another thing is, definitely get this if you have wide feet, and I know a lot of you guys have asked about it. Go up half a size. So I usually wear size 10.5. If you do have wider feet, go a half size up at least. So for me, I got a size 11. One thing to note is that this toe box is definitely more rounded. So even though I did go up half a size, it still was a bit tight here in this area, especially on my left foot, because I use my left, I'm orthodox, so my lead foot is my left foot. And because of that, when I was stepping forward, I put a lot of pressure. When you're stepping forward, you're putting a lot of pressure on the front of your foot in your boxing stance, especially when you're throwing punches sometimes, or you're kind of moving forward. And because of that, like my pinky toe and I guess like my ring toe will kind of jam in this right here, because it's a little bit on the narrow side, and that's even with this being a size 11. I went a half size up. I don't think going up to size 11.5 would correct that. I think it would just make the shoe longer, and there would just be too much space between my heel and the tip of the shoe. So I don't think that would correct the issue. I think the Yammy should make a version of the shoe, in my opinion, that's a little bit wider in this area right here and not so rounded and narrow. And I think that's really the only area complaint that I had with this shoe. Now, from a material standpoint, there's a lot to unpackage here. So I actually wanted to pull up their website so I can explain this to you guys in technical terms. So the upper features a hot weld skin on the areas that require the most support and provides structural integrity while offering a pliable yet form shape. So the hot weld is basically a synthetic polyurethane. So right here where the laces are at, it has this polyurethane, kind of like a rubberized weld-like material, and you can see it right here on this portion too of this upper. It also says never stop weaving, push for an edge. always in Flux, always authentic. Yammy is all of us, always in your corner. So just kind of like their motto and their slogan right there. You also notice that the back heel strap does say Yammy with their logo on the back, and that's made of nylon with the Yammy logo right here on the side. One thing that's cool about this is that this logo right here is actually reflective. So if you happen to be, doing work and it's really dark somewhere, you do have that reflective piece. So you do have that upper. The body of the Flux upper is made of a breathable herringbone mesh, which is going to be this section as well as right here. So it's breathable and it's really pliable and flexible, has a good amount of padding on it as well. It has a high tensile and will hold the shape and perform for the trainer to the pro. The throat features hidden lace loops. So the throat is going to be this area right here, which are the hidden laces. So if you're looking at it from the outside, you can't actually see the laces on either side. But once you look at it from the top down view, you'll notice that the laces go through in this hidden throat area. You also have that lace holder right there in the middle with the Y for the Yammy. So you do have the hidden laces, hidden lace loops that are strong while completing a more streamlined design language that is both functional and appealing. So again, does have that very clean look and the laces are hidden. The other good thing about this lace system is that it makes it really easy to lace these shoes because you're not going through the holes. Like a lot of boxing shoes will have holes punched out and the laces that you have to go through and then go back in and then come back out and then go back in. With these, it makes it really easy to lace up because the laces are kind of going vertical between each one of these loops. So I found it really, really convenient to lace these shoes up, which I liked about this a lot. So those vertical lace holes, or lace loop should I say, that is hidden on the inside of that throat. Again, great design. I think they did a really nice job with that. The heel is completed with an engineered branding tape, which is this right here, that piece of nylon, that doubles as a lacing centering device for ankle support. So again, if you wanted to, you could wrap your laces, if you had extra lace behind right there on that strap, to give yourself a little bit of more ankle support if you wanted to lock your ankle in. The midsole is, the integrated midsole neck is featured on the inside of the upper, which creates a footprint for the entire upper shape and outsole function. It's made from premium EVA. Just like a lot of shoes, you have the midsole is made of EVA, which cushions the foot during heavy wear. So again, to me, this shoe is more of a pure boxing shoe. You do have that EVA midsole, which gives you a good amount of cushioning, but to compare this to like something like the Everlast Elite boxing shoes, those are more of a hybrid where you have a thicker outsole, the Michelin outsole, so you can really use that for more high impact training if you're doing like a hit circuit. To me, you can do that, but you'll definitely feel the impact and the shock. So if you're doing any type of like box jumps, anything that requires to do a lot of like impact on your knees or your lower back, you'll definitely feel it with these. To me, these are a little bit more geared towards your traditional pure boxing shoe for ring work, hitting the bag. And it's not to say that you can't do any type of like, cardiovascular or any type of conditioning training, but be mindful that this is not really engineered for a high impact type workout like you would find with like an Everlast Elite boxing shoe, where I find that sole to be a lot more forgiving on your body when you're using that. Outsole, formed to pivot. So the outsole is going to be this pink rubber outsole. And move with the speed. The rubber outsole features our signature split herringbone tread. So you do have that split herringbone tread to roll over and catch when you're on the move. The rubber forefoot, which is going to be right here, and heel is split by a TPU midfoot shank. So the TPU, basically what that is right here is a thermoplastic shank. It helps provide a springboard of propulsion, when called upon, accompanied with our signature durometer rubber and with a transparent touch. So durometer rubber is basically this pink rubberized icy outsole. These soles don't miss. So that that TPU in the middle, and a lot of shoes have that, boxing shoes especially, right here in the middle. That thermoplastic is really to give you support, especially if you're moving laterally in front and back. That way you don't have any flex. It's very rigid on the middle right there. So you do have that all the way through. And you can see just kind of the toe box shape as well as that heel cup. Nice and long laces. The one thing I like about these laces is that they have a really nice premium feel around, and again, they're very easy to lace up. So when you put your feet in here, you can open up the laces with relative ease. You can see just how easy it is for me to delace these to loosen up the shoe. You do have the Yammy logo in blue right there on the tongue, and then on the inside you also have a removable insole. And the insole on here is decent. It's not the thickest insole, but it's just there to do its job. Pretty generic insole. Again, I do like the fact that it is completely removable. So again, if you have some custom orthotics, you want to put something in there that has a little bit more cushioning, you can do so. So you do have that removable insole that does say Yammy on the inside there. The shoe on the inside, it does have the stitching at the bottom heel to where you can see that midsole is stitched into the bottom. Go ahead and put this back in. Slide this back into place. All right, so I got the sole back in, and then on the inside of the tongue, it shows the size 11, Flux Mid UK is 10, European for 44.5, 29 centimeters, tactile synthetic upper, synthetic lining, man-made material sole, and the boots are made in China. So overall, to me, these shoes honestly are amazing. If you have a normal size foot, I would get true to size. If you have wide, go half size up. I feel like they're very comfortable. For me, the only issue was just this outside edge. If they were to make this a little bit wider, I mean, this essentially would be almost like a perfect shoe because of how comfortable they are. There's no areas on the inside of the shoe that I felt like was bothering me. You know, like some certain shoes that you get on, you feel like there's something on the back, or there's like a piece of stitching or a piece of fabric on the inside that kind of, you know, irritates your foot while you're using it. And I didn't get any of that with this shoe, other than just the toe box being a little bit rounded and narrow at that tip. But other than that, putting them on and removing them is super easy. You can take these on, put these on, take them off. And you get a lot of compliments with these shoes. I think, you know, I don't think there was a time where someone didn't come up to me and ask me, hey, what shoes are those? You know, where do you get those from? And those look really clean. Some people even said that, hey, are those Jordans? Like, are those the Jordan boxing shoes? So you get a lot of compliments with these shoes as well. They're made very well. They've held up. And you can see that there's not a lot of stitching too. Even with that upper, you can see that everything is kind of blended together all into one piece. So it's almost like a sock like feel, but definitely love these shoes. Just wish it was a little bit wider at the tip right there. Outside of that, these are amazing shoes. I think you guys would be really satisfied with these. Definitely popular. They sell out really quickly. So if you do see the colorway and the size that you like, definitely pull the trigger. Even at the price point of $149, I definitely think they're worth it. If you guys have any questions or comments, as usual, put them down below. I'll put the link in the description box, or you can find these Yammy boxing shoes, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.